Thank you very much. In the name of God, welcome all in this uh, in the events of celebrating the winning of our team in Basra and our success in holding that great golf cup. I'm really pleased to be here in this workshop, and I really thank you for your efforts and endeavors and your concern to portray and convey these efforts into reality. Within a few minutes, I would like to pinpoint certain points which can be the objective for these efforts. In timing, we are in the right time and place, politically, socially, and sports. There is a new government. As for the economic and financial aspects, they are better, and the expected visit of the Prime Minister to France at the end of the month. In the previous roundtables, I have mentioned many important points that must be highlighted in our dialogues, and I hope the outcomes will be reflecting these points. As you have mentioned, we've experienced difficult circumstances as for our generation during the 70s and 80s, and we have witnessed what have happened to Iraq, especially those who have the chance to understand the experience of other countries. We have come to recognize the importance of historical context and the importance of pushing towards the democratic conversion in Iraq, that the outcomes should be clear and obvious. If we want to push towards this tendency, so we need to highlight 5 important points. First, we should work on presenting a clear image of the vision, of a comprehensive Iraqi vision of the political and social economic that of the government. The foundational circumstances were difficult. They were mostly accompanied by intervention, pressures, shortage of time, differences, missing of trust. At those circumstances, we could not crystallize a clear Iraqi, comprehensive, common of the nature of the political circumstances in Iraq. So we are working on the dialogue initiative, so it is best to make use of the previous decades and help Iraqis to agree upon the minimum range of the shape of the government, of the political and social circumstances. This is possible, of course, through some range of reality. At the end, Iraqis, regardless of their ideological backgrounds, they all agree upon what they want to experience, and they wish to experience a new political experience and to make use of the resources that we have, of the strategic location that we have, of our civilization, of the experience of other countries, and to learn from their lessons to establish a new democratic system so that we can reconstruct Iraq after extremism and sanctions that. Secondly, it regards the constitution. Of course, in the second workshop we'll talk about it more. In the previous years, there have been many efforts. There is a general consensus that there is a necessity to amend the constitution and make certain amendments regarding specific points, including the shape of the government, the formation of the government, and the relation between authorities, and so on and so forth. There are 50 articles that are very important in the formation of the government. Third, it is related to the parties and the democratic institutions. As you know, there is a mistrust and separation between political parties in general and people on the other hand. We need to reconstruct and fill the gap and build trust, and to consider further consideration of the Iraqi voters, and we push them to participate in the elections, and that the parties can present new programs that can be implemented that solve many problems in Iraq. Of course, this should be reflected in the parliament, in the governments, and Iraqi institutions. Fourth, it is related to the laws and policies that must solve the problems of Iraq. We have a very difficult heritage. We are working through ancient laws and unusable laws. They do not match international laws. I can feel that on a daily basis by our cooperation with Iraqi and international institutions. Of course, there are efforts today to amend certain articles and issue new ones that match our commitments internationally. The final point is social work and cultural work and social interests. Iraq is a multicultural country, and it will be rich in its multiculturalism and variety of religions. We need to pay further attention in this regard and push towards coexistence and mutual respect, and make sure that all people have their